Hello, today we will see decision tree. Before going in detail of decision tree, let's first discuss what is classification. We all have used Gmail. Gmail categorizes our mail into spam mails and non-spam mail. So what is Gmail basically doing? Gmail is analyzing each of the mail based on certain criteria, certain features, and then Gmail is classifying mails into two categories, whether it is a spam or non-spam mail. So classification is used to label the data sets into different groups. Classification forms different groups in data sets and labels them. Decision tree is basically a predictive modeling tool. It is used for predictive analysis. Like we may have a big data set of many fruits, so we have using any classification algorithm we can classify fruits into different categories. Let's say category A, B or C. This is classification. And when a new fruit is input, the system will identify this particular fruit belongs to which category. This is predictive analysis. So decision tree is also used for regression and also used for classification, but mainly decision tree is used for classification. Decision tree splits the given data set into different smaller sets based on certain questions. How? We'll see in detail in later slides. So basically decision tree is a tree structure which has internal node which represents the features of data set. It has branches which represents the decision rules, and finally we have leaf node which gives us the final result, the outcome. So let's take an example of a decision tree. This is a decision tree node of the decision tree which will contain the entire data set, and then it will split data set into parts based on certain questions. These edges will represent question, and based on the answer of these questions these internal nodes would be created, which we have in this blue color decision nodes. And then again we will put certain questions on decision nodes, and then based on the decision node based on the answer of this decision node we will have these leaf nodes, and these leaf nodes will finally give us the answer. So, why do we use decision tree? Decision tree is widely used because it mimics the human thinking. It works in the same way like human being think before taking a decision. And decision tree is easy to implement. The steps in working of decision tree: we take the entire data set as the root node. Let's say S. The root node representing S is the complete data set. And then based on certain attributes, we start dividing this data set into smaller subsets. Then we generate the decision tree nodes based on these attributes, and then we recursively repeat this procedure until we get the answer. Let's understand it by taking an example. So a person has a job offer. He needs to decide whether to take that offer or not. So at root node we have salary. So first he will decide whether the salary is between 50,000 to 50,000 to 80,000. If the salary is not between 50,000 to 80,000, clearly he is going to decline the offer. He is not going to take that job offer. But if the salary is in between 50,000 to 80,000, then also he is not taking the final decision. Then also he will take more questions, and then based on those questions he will take the final decision. What is the next question? The next question is, if the salary is between 50 to 80,000, the next question is whether the office is near to his house or not. If the office is not near to the house, no, he is going to decline the offer. If the office is near to the house, then he has one more question. The question is the office providing cab facility? If no, he is again declining the offer. But if yes, he is going to accept the offer. So based on these questions, a decision is made whether to take the offer or to reject the offer. As we can see here, this is the root node, and all these in green, all these are the leaf nodes. Leaf node gives us the decision, the final output. Let's take one more example, whether a loan would be approved or rejected. So first we check whether the person is employed or not. If the person is not employed, we check the credit score. If the person is not employed, we check the credit score. If the person is employed, we check the income. After this question, we come to the next question of the credit score. Is the credit score of the person good? If the credit score is good, then the loan is approved. If the credit score is good, then the loan is approved. Now let's try to study this path. First, we checked whether the person is employed or not. If he is not employed, then we check for the credit score. If the credit score is good, then the loan is approved. What will happen if the person is not employed and the credit score is not good? Then the loan is rejected. Now let's come to this part. If the person is employed, and the answer is yes. Yes, the person is employed. If the person is employed, then we are going to check his income. If the income is lies in the specified bracket, then the loan is approved. Otherwise, the loan is again rejected. Now let's take one more example. Now this is the data set of few fruits given to us. The data is in 3 columns: the color, diameter, and the label. Label is the name of the fruit. Now, what do we do? As we had already seen, in root node, we consider the entire data set. This is the entire data set which was provided to us, is considered as the root node. Then we start applying the questions. The first question applied is the diameter greater than or equal to 3? Now look at this. How many what are the fruits where diameter is not greater than equal to 3? We have 2 fruits where the diameter is not greater than or equal to 3. So where this question is false, we have 2 entries. And if the question is true, we have 3 entries: green 3 mango, yellow 3 lemon, and yellow 3 mango. Yellow 3 mango. So these are the 3 answers where the diameter is greater than or equal to 3, but we still don't have the final answer. Now we check on the color of the fruit. Is the color of the fruit yellow or not? Again, the question is the color yellow? The color yellow in 2 case. So in true, we will have these two entries, and in false, we will have this third entry where the color is green. So similarly, based on given set of questions, we apply those questions to the given data set and we create a decision tree based on the questions. So the advantages. The major advantage of decision tree is that it thinks like human. It is easy to implement, thinks about all possible outcomes of the problem, and has less requirement of data cleaning as compared to other algorithms. That means it has less data pre-processing as compared to other algorithms. The disadvantages of decision tree: it contains lots of layers which at times make it complex to implement. Decision tree has a disadvantage of overfitting. So to overcome this problem of overfitting, we use random forest algorithm. Random forest is a algorithm which has various decision trees. It is a collection of decision trees. Okay, so by this we are done with decision trees. Thank you. Thanks for watching.